A digital one like this or a big piano?
What kind is it?
It's like a Yamaha digital.
Oh, yeah, great.
Oh, that's what my music in school.
Yeah.
Okay, pull your bench up, buddy.
Can you pull it closer?
You can put it about right here in the middle. All right.
If I sit right here, am I out of your way?
Yes, absolutely. No worries.
Okay.
And when we want to record, at the end, I'll show you some stuff to practice at home.
Okay.
And record it from back here because that'll be the view. You will see
Oh.
our hands, right?
Okay,
Because sometimes
yes.
I'll do that. I'll hold the camera here when it's something.
That makes a lot of
Okay.
sense.
So you see there's a lot of keys here, right? All right. So I'm going to make it really easy to remember a few things. In music, we have letters, right? So it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and stops. But it doesn't really stop, it just starts over again. So this is a C. Where's Mr. Markers? Must still be packed up from the concert. So this is a C. And we're not going to talk about the black keys today, okay?
Okay.
Look at those later. So what comes after C? The letter C. A, B, C,
D,
D, and then
F,
after D,
E.
E. I was like, when would they teach you that alphabet? C, D, E, F, G. Okay?
Starts over.
And then C, D, E, F, G, and then A, B, C. So it's kind of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. But it's easier if we remember if we start at C, because C, if you look at the pattern here. I'm going to teach you about patterns, okay? Music is a lot about patterns. 3 black keys, 2 white keys. 3 black keys, 2 white keys. 3 black keys. Just keeps repeating, right? So for me, visually, I would say, let me find my 2 black keys and the first white key to the left. If it's a pair, that's always a C. Okay? So that's a C. So what I want you to do, starting down here, as far as you can go, remember that little trick I just taught you. Find the 2 black keys and the first white key to the left will be a C. And I want you to take your time and find every C on here, okay?
Okay.
We run out, right? So that's the C. So our approach is to teach you visually and get you playing songs and patterns, and then later introduce actual reading sheet music, okay? And it's the approach we take because that's how most of us learned, although they were trained classically as well. When you play popular music, the music you like, very rarely do you have the full score to read from. The other part of that is, what grade are you in? Second grade. All right, so you guys have started reading and writing and adding and all of that stuff, right? In kindergarten, if you remember back that far, when you showed up in kindergarten, did they teach you how to read and write and spell and do math all at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, but they gave you little pieces of it, right? So that's what we're doing. So if we tried to teach you to read music the same time we're trying to teach you how to play with your hands, that's a lot coming at your brain, and it's the number one reason most people quit playing piano. Because
That makes so much sense.
it's so hard. And every adult I've spoken to had the same story. I didn't
Takes
play
the
the
fun
songs
out
I
of
like,
it.
and I'm learning. It's like, do you know a foreign language besides English? Do you know another language?
Brazil.
Brazilian, Portuguese?
Portuguese.
She speaks it
Okay,
a little bit.
I got you. So you learned English as well, right? So imagine when you were first learning another language, you can learn to. Humans can learn to speak easier than we can learn to write because if you hear it all the time, you start making these connections. Same with music. You can start playing music because you've heard it a lot, but to start writing and reading, that's a whole different level, right? I can speak a little German. It got me in trouble in Germany because I'm a big talker and I knew a little, but I certainly couldn't write it for a long time. That's why we do it like this, okay?
Okay.
All right, so you find any C on the keyboard, okay? Keep your finger there. All right, so I'm gonna hit something and then you do it, okay? You do the same pattern. After I do it, I'll do it and then you do it, okay? Okay, we're gonna start it's good. Every one of them is gonna start on the C, okay? So whatever I do, if I go, all right, and I'm playing really fast. I'm going pretty fast, okay? So don't get frustrated, because I can tell you're really smart. So there's the C, so I'm going to start on the C. Try it again, listen again.
So, wait, can you do it one
Yes,
more time?
absolutely. Okay, you ready? Oh, before you play, do you remember? Can you make the sound back I just made? So here's what I'm saying. So I go. Da, 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 da. So I can say, okay, in my head I'm hearing da 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 da.
So, I think I went to the fourth one.
And it's all okay, by the way, right? Your hands are getting used to this. Just like I said, you don't spring into knowing this stuff. So I'm gonna play it again, and then you listen and try. And remember, I won't do any tricks. I will always start on the C. Okay.
Wait.
Do it again. Okay, and here's how what helps me is I hear it in my head because so I'll go
And then,
That's okay. Let me do it really slow, okay? Ooh, got tricky, didn't I? I'll do it again for you.
wait.
Yes! 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 Yes!
That's hard.
It is hard. It is hard. So do you see? So your mind is doing a bunch of things right now. Okay. You are looking what my finger's doing. You're trying to remember what my finger did. So if we tried to do that without the sound, let's see if you get it right. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You can see my hands, and you're going to do what I do. Okay. Let's add the sound to it. Isn't it easy when you have the sound and the sight?
Yeah.
Right? You can hear it, now you're doing it as well. Okay, so we're going to talk about hand position. We don't do it a lot, right? But you want your hands up here and your fingers curled so that you're really hitting with the tops of your fingers, okay? Right? When you're like this, it's just harder. You can make more mistakes. When it's up here like this, you can... Okay, you see how it's curved? Okay. All right, how much time do we have? Oh, we have plenty of time. I want you to put your thumb here and start with your thumb on the C, and then one finger per key.
Oh, I messed up.
Yes, yeah, you're right. Use your pinky. You corrected yourself. Oops. I have a broken finger, so I always have an excuse. Start with the thumb. Okay, do it again, please. Excellent. So you did it twice, and the first time you did this. Second time you did what we do in music, we call it the turnaround. So this is a one time. And in music, when we do a turn like that, we always start there and come back down. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. When we're practicing and learning, and other songs can do just about anything in it, however the guy wants to write it, or the girl wants to write it. So this is a good exercise. To doing that, and there's one secret. It's practicing this slow and getting every note right. Okay, because when you can do it slow, adding speed is just adding speed. But if you do it wrong when you're learning it, like if I learned it like this, if I do that fast, because I want to do it fast, I never get it right. So when I add more speed, it only gets worse. Does that make sense, buddy? Yeah. So we say go slow, and then add speed, because it's better to have. It's better to have those accurate notes than it just sounds like garbage, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So put your hand up here and do that. That's okay. Yeah. Nice, buddy. Awesome. So you can go in almost any way you want to do it. So when you get home, I want you to practice that, and you can do it double on the turnaround, like I said. So see how that sounds cool, right? It's not very far from learning how to do this to learning that. Okay, so here's, are you getting a good video of this?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So the thumb here on the C, if we take our whole hand, and this is beautiful because we ignore all the black keys for now. We'll add those later. Take this thumb and shift it up to the D, and everything else shifts with it. So you go. So forget this hand right now, we'll add that later, right? Just we're doing our right hand. With your middle C, thumb starting here, you can go that pattern anywhere in the white, where you start your thumb on a white key and it'll sound good.
Okay.
Let me see you try it. See if I'm right.
So can I do it anywhere?
You can put it anywhere,
I'm gonna do it on this one.
okay?
That does sound good.
Mm-hmm.
I did something.
Because you were on pattern. Maybe your finger got off the wrong key is all. And just remember, if you end on your thumb and your pinky on this exercise, then you're getting it right. Okay? So here's a fun thing. If you go, if you do that, you'll know, oh, didn't end on my thumb. You still played all the notes, right? But it just helps you getting your hand into good practice. So I could play it like this. You don't have to use all, but when you're learning, we want you to use all 5 because you'll find that we want all these fingers to be able to do everything, right? So your thumb is really strong. This guy's really strong. He's a little less strong. He gets even less strong. And this guy has the potential to be really strong. He's like that real short wrestler who's really tough, but you have to exercise him a lot, right? To stretch him.
So
Perfect. Now, take your thumb and put it, this time don't put it on a C. Put it on anything except for a C.
okay.
You're going to start there. Okay, you started there. So what note is that?
A D.
D. I'm going to play the whole thing starting in D.
Okay. On my fingers. Okay.
Boom. Okay, and then on this, and you go boom and end it. And then I want you to take your thumb and move it to any other key except for C or D. Okay, so but here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with it in C. Okay, then go to your D, and then I want you to pick any other key. Okay, you can go way up there, you can go way down here, but just start with your thumb and tell me what it. Actually, we're going to hear what it sounds like. Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna start at my.
start anywhere you want.
I'm gonna start right here.
Okay, what key is that?
E.
E. Excellent. Look at you. Already know the notes. Okay. do it 2 or 3 times and then move to any other key. Okay? So E to any one of those. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna play down here. I'm gonna watch where you're going, and I'm gonna do real simple. Okay?
Okay.
We're writing a song. So do you see what you were playing up there, and what I was doing then? I was just adding some bass, so bass notes, so lower end notes, right? So you're going. The house was cold, my nose was running. Speaking of words, leaving outside, Mom said we're your coat, but So what you were doing it there, see, we can progress from that. And all I was doing, so you're hitting all these 5 notes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then to make a, what we call a chord, it's, see how those all sound good together? You hit them all at the same time. And it's just, pick up, it's the 1, 3, and the 5, and pick up 2 and 3. You have a chord. And by knowing that shape, by practicing like that, right? And then we just have to pick up the 2 and the 3. You can learn to play. So, I'm doing 1, 3, 5. Now I have a broken finger, so I do it like this. Your teacher wants you to do it like that. Okay, but I have to do it like this. So hitting those 3, right? And all I'm doing down here is playing with my left hand on that. You can get, you know that song? That's Let It Be by Paul McCartney and the Beatles. Right? So that's the approach we take. We teach you shapes like that, and then we show you how they're playing songs, and then later, after you've progressed, you can play, you're learning songs you like to know, then we go from there up to sheet music. And if you're interested, I don't read sheet music. I mean, I know what it is, but I never have to read it. But we can take you from there and go, oh, look, Lucas, this is This is the C on the staff. This is the D. This is what you're playing. So then it makes sense visually because your hands are doing it. Does that make sense? Cool. How are we doing on time? Because that clock is really broken. Just noticed.
Let me check.